Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for another episode of Would I Lie to You? Guys, we're going to go back to Series 9. This is the, I believe, second appearance of Greg Davies. It might be his third, but I just finished watching the conclusion of Series 9 of Taskmaster. Love that show. Not sure exactly when we're going to start seeing more fresh Taskmaster, so I decided I'd watch one of Greg's guest appearances on Would I Lie to You, just to keep the good times rolling. Don't know who the other guests are. The other names I see I don't recognize, other than Alex Jones. I don't think it's the Alex Jones I'm thinking of, though, because there is an Alex Jones in the US who makes Rush Limbaugh look calm and centrist. I think this must be somebody else that I'm unaware of, but I'm really hoping it's not the one I do know, because what a tool that guy is. Anyway, let's jump right into it. This is episode 3 of Series 9 of Would I Lie to You, featuring Greg Davies.
And on Lee Mack's team tonight, charismatic, charming, gorgeous, and a beautiful Welsh accent. But enough about me, it's Alex Jones.
Okay, definitely not the one I was thinking of.
And a man who in the 1970s punk era was an angry young poet. Of course, he's completely different now. He's an angry old poet. It's John Cooper Clarke.
Okay.
A comedian who used to be a drama teacher. Shakespeare, Chekhov, Pinter were just some of the books he threw at the pupils. It's Greg Davies. And a TV presenter who regularly hosts episodes of Made in Chelsea. Now, if you've not seen the show, just imagine a really good drama and watch that instead. It's Rick Edwards.
The first time I used eBay, I accidentally bought a canoe instead of a handbag. When eBay was pretty new, I thought I'd have a little go. And I quite like vintagey stuff and old clothes. So I was scrolling through, as you do, and saw a lovely clutch bag. A clutch bag is a little bag.
For keeping the pedal from a car in. You have an accelerator bag and a brake bag.
And then you pressed canoe by accident.
In fact, in the modern computers, they've taken the canoe button off the keyboard. Right.
It started off at 99p. 99 pence, John. Are you in?
For a vintage bag?
Yeah. You're in. Anyway.
What is going on?
Next thing you know, £14. I'm thinking about pulling out. On it went.
Yeah.
£32.
Right. And you're still bidding?
You still in, John?
No, I wasn't even in when it was 99. you read me wrong there, Alex.
I think it's a good time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Leave it. Next morning.
Yeah.
Email. Congratulations, your bid was successful. You have bought a second-hand red canoe.
So you emailed the canoe man saying, instead of the canoe, could I have the
clutch
handbag that looks like
And he said, I haven't got a clutch handbag to offer.
Do you think he was luring people in? Whatever they pay, whatever the handbag looks like, they only get a canoe.
7 times out of 10, people make do with the canoe.
I don't get even how it happened.
No, I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
It's true. It's true.
Silly boys, it was in fact true.
Well,
How? I feel like a lot was left out of that story.
I once caused an injury to one man whilst trying to get a different man to say the word vegetables.
What?
Do you really like the word vegetables?
Not as a general rule, no,
Okay.
but I liked it when this man said it.
why?
He was a very intense man, though, and he was also Austrian. I was with a friend once, and he was a colleague of ours, sorry, and I overheard him say vegetables, and we both found it incredibly funny. He said it exactly like this. Vegetables! And then we happened to be on a coach trip with him, and so we spent the whole coach trip trying to get him to say vegetables again. I was on a school trip. I used to be a teacher, so we were.
And he was a teacher?
Yeah, he was a teacher.
What did he teach?
He was the head of languages, and he was.
Head of languages?
Vegetables!
Imagine I'm the man. You're very big, aren't you?
This isn't like him at all.
You're very big, aren't you?
So I was saying things like, I've been trying to keep fit lately. You know, would you recommend for a healthy diet? And he was going, well, you know, I would... you must eat a balanced diet, you must eat greens. If you were to group some of those foods together... And he was going, well, I mean, yeah, you must have carbohydrates, of course. It went on for about an hour.
And how did you finally get him to say it?
I honestly can't remember. It came out of nowhere and he suddenly said it, and he said it with such passion. He went, oh, well, of course you must have vegetables! I started biting my hand to stop myself from laughing. And my friend who was next to me, there's a jagged piece of metal at the front of the coach, and because it was so funny, just to remind you, vegetables! And my friend saw the piece of metal and pushed his knee into it on purpose to stop himself from laughing. And blood started like spraying out of his knee. Yeah. We went and did the trip, which was in Paris, and then after we came all the way back to Calais, and I said to him, you know, we put all the kids' passports in that hotel in Paris last night. Did you remember to bring those? He was standing up in front of the children on the coach and he went, oh, Scheiße! Can I tell you one more detail as well? We were also standing in the middle of Paris, under the Eiffel Tower. We'd been there for an hour and the kids were all running around. And he came over and went, we must go, we are late for our next appointment. And I said, well, we should just make sure that all the kids are here. And he goes, yes, of course we should, yes. And he turned round and went, is everybody here? Vegetables!
I think it's true.
It's got to be true. It's got to be true.
You are a fantastic actor, Mr. Greg Davies.
Well,
so...
I think you'll find I'm BAFTA nominated.
We're all BAFTA nominated.
OK, we'll go lie.
No, it's got to be true.
It is the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, it had to be. It had to be.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Mary.
Hello, doggy.
Mary is the dog, not the handler, OK?
Oh.
It's
Obviously,
Mary,
because
and
if Mary had been the handler, she wouldn't have had a dog, she'd have had a little lamb.
This is Mary, a dog, and I had to spend an entire episode of The One Show covering up the fact that she'd been sick on me.
Why was Mary on the One Show?
She was abandoned.
If a dog is ever abandoned, they immediately get a slot on national television just to sort it out, just to check that there are no dogs without homes ever.
It was a very light day. We want to rehome her. We gave her lots of treats because she was on television. She came to sit on me, and then the treats all became a bit much. Mess.
You scooped up a stray dog, pumped it full of sugar, and got your just desserts.
Why wasn't it immediately noticeable that Mary was being sick?
We'd moved away from Mary.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Matt Baker was pushing bounty bars into a pony's face by then.
So you're talking about something else.
Yeah, we
You're
go into something
stroking
else.
Mary on your knee.
Mary.
Then
Matt Baker's spooning Angel Delight into a fox.
did Mary stay there, or did Mary sort of think, oh, they're
Well-
sick here?
She didn't have time to react anyway. Matt Baker was on top of her with the curly whirlies.
This is Mary. I recited a poem at her wedding.
What? What? What?
When you came up with your story, did you realise that Mary was a dog? I've been to a lot of weddings. I'm just going through them. Human.
No one's ever inviting David Mitchell to a dog wedding.
Now listen,
It
dogs
is
do...
a fact that dogs get married.
Dogs get married.
But also, it is a fact that dogs don't get married.
It was a poem I'd already written that had proved to be very popular at modern weddings. It's called I Wanna Be Yours, and the first verse goes, let me be your vacuum cleaner, breathing in your dust. Let me be your Morris Marina, I will never rust. If you like your coffee hot, let me be your coffee pot. You call the shots, I wanna be yours. It goes on for another 3
Love
minutes.
it. I love it.
Do you know the owner?
Mary's owners live next door but one.
John, describe what was the ceremony like?
It was conducted by the vet who had neutered Her husband.
What was the husband's name? With the name
Tyson. I did know the owners of Tyson as well.
So Tyson and Mary weren't owned by the same people. So
No.
how were they going to cohabit? Because usually dogs tend
they
to live
lived
with
in-
their owners
well,
rather than
good question.
setting up home on their own.
Tyson lived next door but one, on the left, going out. So they saw
John, where did the wedding itself take place?
a place called Old Hall. They breed their own sheep. So as it happens,
Yeah.
Mary did have a little lamb.
I really hope it's the dog wedding.
This is Mary, and when she was pining for her owners, I sat up with her all night and tried to comfort her with a song. My next-door neighbours, they went away to a wedding, a human wedding, I don't know if you've heard of them. They asked me and my wife to look after little Mary.
So the dog came round to your house.
Well, no, we picked him up because he doesn't know the way.
Do you always call Mary he?
Well, yeah, no, sorry, she. My husband Tara sorts it all out. You know, I was watching the TV and she was fine. She was happy, just sort of lying in front of the fire. And then suddenly it started.
What?
The programme. It was brilliant. The pining got worse and worse. I was breaking my heart. It really was, and ruining the show. So it wasn't. It was the one show. I didn't care. And I phoned up my neighbour who was at the wedding, and I said, "Look, Mary's pining." She said, "Have you tried everything?" I said, "I've done everything. I've taken my foot off her tail. Do you, by any chance, have the song "Money for Nothing" by Dire Straits?
No.
Mary will calm down.
Mary loves money for nothing and the chicks for free.
The second it went.
I mean, John's is the craziest story, but there's so much detail.
You can imagine John reading that poem out at a dog's wedding.
I think Mary's getting a little bit bored, so we'll let her pop off.
Mary has to whittle.
You know what's going to happen, David, just to warn you, if this works tonight, they'll start replacing other people with cutouts, so we're out of a job. I said, nobody move, just really shock the audience. Can I just say, that's not going to work if you clap.
It's got to be John. I want it to be so bad.
Yeah, I do as well.
I'm going to go with the vomit. No. My name's Mary.
My name's Mary. I'm doing a dog.
I'm sorry.
My name is Mary, and I can reveal that I was sick on Alex during the one show. Thank you very much.
Yeah. John's story was great, but it's just too weird.
I once took my trunks off in the communal area of a ladies' changing room after getting out of a pool and misreading the signs through my foggy goggles.
Where was the swimming pool?
It was at the leisure centre.
All right. Where was the leisure centre?
It's next to the swimming pool.
Did anyone see your genitalia?
4 people looked, but no one saw it.
There's no way you'd keep your goggles on for the walk.
Well, I am short-sighted, and they are prescription goggles, and I wouldn't have been able to.
The reason you kept the goggles on that stopped you being able
The
to
irony.
see was so that you could see.
Now, it's goggles off like that.
Yeah.
I can't see a thing.
Yeah.
There was actually no one in the room. It's trunks down, like that.
Before you opened your
That's
locker,
when I heard the voice.
And what was the voice?
Hello, I live in your trunks.
That's the children's book you're working on. I still feel publishers will be nervous.
I would take the goggles off, put them in the locker. I wouldn't go goggles off, pants down. Right. Where's my locker?
The voice said, excuse me. And I said, excuse me, not sure you should be in here.
Did you not question yourself at this point?
Question myself. I questioned her. What are you doing in the men's changing room? I said. And I look up with my goggles. It's goggles up,
Off,
trunks
pants
down.
Excuse me? Get out, you pervert.
I think you'll find this is the men's changing room.
Hang on a minute. No, that's not right. Because if you said that to her and you believed it, then your system would kick back in again. Bam, the pants would be...
Right, come on then. Beat that! For a minute, I thought she was wrong. And then I thought, oh my God, she might be right. And then another woman came in, and then a third woman. But I'm so argumentative, it wasn't until the fourth woman came in.
Lie.
I think it's, without question, a lie.
Goggles come...
If it is the truth, I'm prepared to pull my trousers and pants down right now on this show.
Oh! That's a bold claim.
Not comfortable with that sort of forfeit becoming...
Can we get you some goggles as well?
I don't need them, my eyes will be closed.
I'd like to say that I'm not willing to do anything at all if we happen to be wrong.
So you're all
It's
saying...
only a game, for God's sake.
It is, in fact, Greg, true. Can I just say that I just whispered, could you change it? Because it was, in fact, a lie.
Yeah.
The scores are tied with 2 points each. My individual liar of the week this week is John Cooper Clarke.
It was a great story. Great story.
Good night.
Great episode. I think Greg had already done his guest host episode, the series prior to this one. So yeah, he was already in full swing on this show by series 9. I like the idea that he was willing to wager dropping Trow for if he was wrong on that last one. But I knew Lee had to be lying, because there's no way you take your trunks off before you've opened your locker. And if he's in the wrong locker room, there's no way he can open his locker. But he almost sold me on it. And, oh, man. Yeah, great episode. Tons of fun. Greg's stories are always fun. I've been told I've been told I should be on the lookout for that vegetables story. I had no idea what it was about. But as soon as I heard vegetables, I knew I was in for a good one. And yeah, he tells a really good story. I love that he throws in the extra details. There's certain people you just sort of feel like if the story's a crazy one, you should probably believe it. Obviously, Bob Mortimer. I feel like Rod Gilbert's like that. James Acaster definitely has that vibe. And yeah, Greg seems to be one of those guys. They have very interesting histories, and lots of crazy stuff happens to them, and it makes for perfect fodder for Would I Lie to You. The show makes me laugh. It's so much fun. Thank you guys for joining me, as always. I love your comments. Don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, thank you so much. Take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.